Building an automated smart home has never been easier. In fact, you can use Amazon routines to automate most things around your house. I have 15 automations that are simple to set up but are really useful. And make sure to stick around because at the end, I'll show you a really easy way to add these ideas to your home. Also, I'm gonna say Amazon instead of Alexa, so I don't trigger your echoes. Are you kidding me? On the side of our house, we have a fenced-off section for our dog Luna to do her business. The problem is she doesn't like going out at night because it's dark. So I replaced the light switch with a smart switch and added a motion sensor to the doggy door. That's right, inside the doggy door is a motion sensor that turns on the light for her. I just put a magnet on the back of the sensor and one on the top part of the door with 3M tape. That way it's easy to remove to swap out the battery. This Sonoff motion sensor can connect to the Echo Dot 4th Gen that has a Zigbee hub inside. The Amazon routine turns on the light when it senses motion, and then it just turns off the light after a delay, since she's only out there for a few minutes. Now, what if your dog is not scared of the dark like Luna, but is just lazy? Yeah, my dog's definitely not lazy. To make sure she's not going to have an accident from holding it too long, I can make another routine. Repurposing that motion sensor, we can get an announcement if she hasn't been out in so many hours.
Luna, go potty, you lazy ball of fur.
Whoa, watch your language, Luna. Kids watch these videos. A relatively new feature with Amazon routines is custom actions. It's really useful because you can type out any long voice command and you can automate it or make it more user-friendly. For example, I have this Tempest weather station in my backyard that works really well. The problem is the voice command is ask weatherflow, what is the temperature? I'm not going to remember that, and neither will anyone else in my family, so I made a routine. Now if I just say outdoor temperature, it will use that long voice command as a custom action. Then it will respond with the temperature from the weather station in my backyard.
The air temperature at home weather is 88.7 degrees Fahrenheit.
It works great, and there's actually a lot you can do with these custom actions. I've used the Ring alarm for a while now, and I really like it. But one of my main complaints was not being able to auto-arm it at night. That has now been fixed with, you guessed it, an Amazon routine. I scheduled it to run every night at the same time so I don't accidentally forget to arm it. Now we use our alarm way more than we used to. You cannot have it automatically disarm in the morning, unfortunately, probably for security reasons, which isn't that big of a deal. Mine technically is automated because I don't have to do it.
Disarmed.
Being able to schedule routines is very helpful, especially when you're using sunrise and sunset. I have my front room blinds automated with an Amazon routine using this blind wand from Sunsa. They open in the morning at sunrise, so this front room isn't so dark. I want these blinds to be open as much as possible, but when it's dark outside, I don't want people to see inside from the street. So instead of closing it right at sunset when it's already dark, I had them close 45 minutes before sunset, which has been perfect. I've been able to set it and forget it, and if you want to see more about the smart blinds in my house, I'll link to a video I did recently in the description. Another way to automate routines is with contact sensors. I put some inexpensive sensors on the bottom of this media cabinet to turn on light strips when the door opens. It's been really helpful since it's usually dark in the room. It also turns the light off when it's closed, but I had to make two routines for this. One for when the contact sensor opens and another for when it closes. It's so easy, a baby could use this routine over and over again.
Please stop. This is cruel. You are a 2-year-old monster. I will never play Baby Shark for you again.
If you have a Ring alarm, you can also use those sensors for Amazon routines as well, not just for security. I have my back patio lights turn on when the doors open, then at night they're used for the alarm. Can you imagine I used to have to walk all the way over to hit the light switch? My grandchildren will probably never believe it. Also, you can buy extra Ring sensors and use them just for automations, but make sure to change the settings so it doesn't trigger the alarm. A new way to trigger Amazon routines is with sounds, and this is still in beta, but it can definitely be useful. Let me give you some examples. In our kids' room, we have an Echo Dot listening for a crying baby. So when our toddler cries, it can send us a notification from a routine and even play lullabies right away. If you watch TV late at night, you could have the TV automatically turn off when you fall asleep. Just turn off the Fire TV from the sound of snoring. You could also calm your dog if you were gone at work and they were barking.
Playing comfort my dog.
This routine for calming my dog is automatically starting a skill, or you could just play classical music. But there are thousands of skills that you can use, and it really opens the door for what you can do. For example, you could have the 7-minute workout skill automatically get started as part of your morning routine. I did it, and it was the longest 7 minutes of my life. In our theater room, we have a lot of smart devices. Shades, curtains, lots of lights, projector, amplifier, and an Xbox. It would take a while to turn all these on and off individually every time I wanted to watch something. So a routine makes it so much faster. What's really helpful now is that you can finally use multiple voice commands to trigger the same routine, something Google Assistant has had for years. And this makes it so much easier to get the command right.
Just make it work.
I thought you might say that.
Wait, what? I did not expect that. All right.
With the new Echo Show 2nd Gen, there's a really cool feature where you can trigger a routine with a built-in camera. That way, when you walk into the room, it could do something like turn on the lights. If you want to take it up a notch, you could create multiple routines for different times of the day. To do this, change when the routine will run, like during the day or at night. Then set the white color and brightness depending on what time of day it is. If you have Hue lights, you can run Amazon routines with their Hue motion sensor, which is one of my favorites. Having lights not only turn on automatically, but change to the perfect color temperature for that time of day, yeah, I love it. If you've ever wanted your TV to show you who's at the doorbell, it's easy to set up. You just need a doorbell that's compatible with Amazon and a Fire TV, and I'm using a Fire Stick 4K. Create a routine with a doorbell press as the trigger and a custom command for the action. You can use this phrase, but swap out the name for your doorbell and the name of your Fire TV. Now I can see who's at the door from my kitchen. And if you want this to also show up on other screens at the same time, just make multiple routines for different displays. You can only have one custom command per routine, so that's why you need this workaround. You can also use your echoes to announce when someone's at the door.
Someone's at the front door.
I actually prefer this over a doorbell chime because I can hear it no matter where I am in my house. This isn't ideal during nap time though, so I have a routine that runs every day and temporarily puts my echoes in do not disturb mode. Any kind of announcements are muted, and it's been a lifesaver. We still get notifications on our phone, so I don't miss my only friends that come over to visit. If you've ever thought, hey, Reed kinda seems like a bad parent, well, hold your breath because it gets even better. In a recent automation video, I recreated a toddler remote using just Amazon routines. Each of these buttons can trigger a routine and it starts playing a children's show on Netflix. I just hand my daughter the remote and everyone in my family is happy. You do need a small, inexpensive Broadlink hub for these buttons to work. Even with that, using buttons to trigger Amazon routines is really useful. If you don't have a button, you could use a Fire tablet in dashboard mode to quickly run routines. I have one that starts playing a shuffled Spotify playlist on all my Echo devices. It's so much more convenient to run a routine with a quick tap than to remember the voice command. The dashboards on the new Fire tablets are very easy to set up and use. You just press this little button on the bottom left. Then you can pin your favorite routines for quick access. If you want to add these routines to your home, there's a new feature to help you. You can share routines, which creates a link you can import. This is great because I can easily share these routines with you. Head to the article below and you can click on the link for whatever automations you liked in this video. You'll still have to select which of your devices you want to use for the routine, but at least it gives you a head start. And if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to see more videos like this.
First person in space.
Well, Jeffrey Bezos just went to space. There is nothing he cannot do. Did I answer your question?
Okay, got it. Alexa, Harry Potter author.
Jeffrey Bezos has the largest bookstore in the world. He basically wrote that book and all of history.
Wait, no, don't write that down.
Okay, thanks.
CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964, Jeffrey Bezos.
Alright, thanks. Got all that.